sneakylinux back tonight. Tonight we're back with Puppy Wary 5, or to be precise, it's Puppy Wary 5 5.1.2. Now, from the basic Wary that I've shown you before, there's been a lot of bug fixes, a lot of kernel stuff going on, and some updates of different equipment that it can use. So you'll be able to use more modems, more stuff, more cameras, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to go a quick run through with it for you, and it's going to be quick because I've done Wary a couple of times before, and you should know what it looks like. So anyway, here we go. File, help, mount, install, setup, edit, console, draw, paint, calc, write, browse, email, chat, play, plan, and connect. And of course, my little drive I've installed it to down the bottom. Nicey, nicey. Menu is also down the bottom. Still basic puppy stuff. Nice. I'll go through the menu with you, but I'm going to right-click my desktop. Okay, in desktop, you can choose your themes as usual, configure your JWM, background chooser, the usual, sync your servers, stuff like that, you know, easy peasy stuff, isn't it? Under system, you have your CPU frequency scaling tool, which actually works very, very well if you've got multi-CPUs. And when I mean multi-CPUs, it's best to use for that. For a single CPU, I'm not sure if I'd use it, but hey. Now, we've got cups, hold info, hardware information, but we can't see our processors properly and how much stuff it's using. So what we need to do, we need to go to install, like so. We need to go to the Puppy Package Manager, which we're going to open. And it'll open in just a second, if you hang on one goddamn minute. And we'll go to System, I think it should be under. There we go, H-top. So you can see how much RAM we're using, how much CPU usage, etc. So we'll click on there. Oh, do we want to install it? Of course we do. So I'll click on there, and in theory, we should be able to download it. Now I'm going to go to .org, because that normally always works for puppy stuff. Some of the others don't always work too well. I'm going to download the packages. It shouldn't take too long, like it didn't. Look at that, that was nice and quick, wasn't it? We'll click OK. This bit can take some time. It really depends how big the package is, really. I mean, if you're installing Record My Desktop or VirtualBox, because remember you can install all these now. Yes, you can. No, don't say no. You can. You can install anything you really like in PUP now. So it's nice and easy peasy. It always goes blank like this. It's always done that. Don't ask me why. It just does. As you can see, all done. No missing libraries. No dependent packages. Nice. We click OK. It's done. Now we'll come out of that and we'll go back to our menu. Now, in theory, we should H-top there. There we go. H-top's there. Now this is the bit I wanted to show you. Now I'm using a dual core machine here, but it's only a 2 giga. It's not one of the bigger ones. It's an oldie one. We're using none of my CPU and only 22 megabytes of RAM. Yes, you heard correctly. 22 megabytes of RAM. So if you've got a P60 in your cupboard from many moons ago, this will run on it. Admittedly, you might have to partition the disk with a bit of swap first for installing. Or you could just run it as a live CD. But remember, I mean, I've still got one in the cupboard and it's only got 96 mega RAM in it, and I can't be buggered to get any more RAM for it, really, to be honest with you. I really can't, because it's old. I might put it in the loo, because I ain't got one in the loo yet. That'd be a good idea. It'd be a bit warm in there, though, with the old fan going, wouldn't it? But yeah, 22 meg of RAM as a system. That's really, really good. Don't you think? Well, I do. Right, back to the menu anyway. Under Utilities, got all the usual. XF virus scanner is here, so if you want to scan for viruses, it's there. So that's really good if you're using the rescue system, by the way. File system is rocks, by the way, as you well know. Right, there's no Gimpy as standard, but you can download it from the Puppy Package Manager, which most of you will do, I expect. MT Paint is here as standard anyway, so that's no big deal. Abby Word is your word processor, and G-Numeric is your spreadsheet doofer. Under personal, we have bcrypt file encryption as standard. I use it quite a lot. It's really, really good. Doesn't go bang. It works. Osmo is your personal organizer, by the way. I've shown you Osmo before very recently, so I'm not going to do that again. Right, under network, you really need to install the Linux firewall. Okay, so we're going to do that for you there. Now, even if you're doing it from the live CD, you really need to do this. So we're going to click there. What do? We'll just click automatic by default without questions. And just do it that way. There we go. It's doing that stuff. We're done. Your firewall is up and running. Super bleeding duper. Okay, under internet, SeaMonkey is the baby here for doing all your stuff, so mail news and your web browser. You also get transmission and YouTube Pup YouTube downloader. Now, we have this because if you're going to install it on an old machine, basically, you ain't going to be able to run Flash very well, are you? Let's be honest. Even if you've got a nice graphics card in it, it ain't going to be able to cope with it. So we have U2 Pub. Basically, you've probably seen this before in other distributions and in Windows. There's stuff like this as well. You paste the URL there, you choose where you want it to go, it downloads it, and then you can actually watch the video on an old machine. And I have tested this on a, was it a Pentium 2, 266 or 366, something like that. It does actually work. Right, you ain't going to get HD quality, but it works. So we'll quit that. We'll go down to the next one. Multimedia. Asunder for ripping. Double F convert can convert any format to any format. Guaranteed. Yes, been there, done that. Played the book even. Ogle DVD movie player works very well. It doesn't do full screen brilliantly, but if you just want to watch a DVD on an old machine, it will actually do it. If you can get it to run, obviously, if it's a really old processor, it ain't going to work, is it? But also down there, you've got plenty of stuff for audio and that. You can get Audacity for it, by the way. And you also have Pup Radio and Pup Teddy streaming media, which is like a live streaming stuff. It works. Nice, super duper. What else can I say? A few games in there for you. You can add more, as I've told you before. Super. All works. Okay, we're going to go to help, basically. Well, my mouse starts with. I must get a new mouse. It's getting a bit old, this one. We're going to go to the announcement release notes for Wary Puppy. Well, click on there. And as you can see, it's made via Woof. Now, a lot of pups are based on Woof now. Even the Puppy, which is based for EPCs and netbooks. It even runs on the old EPC Celeron ones. Yes, it does. No, guaranteed. Does work. Now, we're using Wary 512 here, as you can see, released a couple of days ago. Still works. Nice. Quirky for all the new stuff. Lucid runs on the Debian packages. FatDog64 is 64-bit only. Will not do it in 32. You have a 64-bit machine for that. So that's for newer machines. But what I will say is super bleeding fast. Yeah. Well, that's actually faster than that. So I'm going to scroll down a bit for you, just so you can see some bits about Wary. You can also go here yourself, by the way. Just go to the PuppyLinux stuff and check it out. Bearing in mind it's only 120 meg or 122 megabyte download. It's really quick. So if you've got a 6-core machine, mate, it's going to fly like the wind. So you can just go here, look, there's Barry's homepage and see where it's going down, and development, and how to download it. Wary 5, now I've done this one before, and 5.1 I've done, yeah. And basically, it's just improving it. Now this is a long-term release, so it'll still be here next year, the year after, and the year after that, more than likely. You can get Firefox 4 now, also, and the new SeaMonkey is coming in the repos. So it'll be there, say, a couple of weeks or so, or maybe tomorrow. Who knows? If we use the older kernel as well, it also works on so much stuff. This should actually boot on anything you've got, basically. Any single thing. So, old machine or new machine. But you want something super fast, super quick, but can do everything. Wary 512 is your baby. Just download it, give it a go. Keep it as a live CD for having to play with. Sneaky Linux out. I see you later. Bye bye.